definitely take your picture. Mom, 8-year-old Charlotte said as she helped Peter get his booster seatbelt untangled. Does Sophie have to change her last name to Oceanus too? Nope. She'll remain Sophie Baldwin until she gets married, unless she decides to keep her maiden name.
I'm going to change my name to Oceanus when I marry Henry,
Isabel said as she fussed with the bow on her dress. She held out her hand.
Come on, Peter. Let's go sit in the gazebo and see if we could spot any whales.
Not about to be caught dead holding his sister's hand, Peter jumped from the van and bolted toward the pine-studded peninsula that jutted out between Whisper Lake and the new bottomless sea. You can watch for whales, he called over his shoulder, but I'm watching for sharks. Peg pulled Jacob out of his seat to look him in the eye. Be brave, my big man, she whispered. I won't let anyone hurt you. But you have to help me by not going near the science equipment, okay? You can see everything the scientists are doing from the gazebo. And if you behave for Charlotte, I'll buy you a book about ocean creatures.
Of my very own? Jacob asked. I won't have to share it with Pete?
Peg gave him a quick hug and swung him out of the van. It'll be all yours. Together we'll write your name on the inside, and if Peter wants to look at it, he'll have to ask your permission. Now go on, she said, giving him a nudge to follow his siblings. And you all stay clean, she called after them.
Mom, where's Miss Olivia going with that toilet plunger? Charlotte asked. Shouldn't she be getting ready for her wedding?
Peg looked at where her eldest daughter was pointing. Oh, good Lord, she muttered, gesturing for Charlotte to go after her brothers and sister. Keep an eye on everyone for me, okay, while I go see what Olivia's up to. Peg headed off knowing exactly what her friend was up to. Why else would Olivia be micromanaging her little kingdom of aging cabins today of all days, if not to keep her mind off the fact that she was about to marry one of the richest, handsomest, scariest men on the planet? And just what do you think you're doing? Peg asked, cutting her off. Olivia blinked in surprise, then held up the plunger. The toilet in cabin 3 is overflowing and I have to go fix it. Peg snatched the plunger out of her hand. Why isn't one of your employees saving our mad scientists? Olivia brushed at nothing on the front of her old sweatshirt, and Peg couldn't help but notice her friend's hands were trembling slightly. Our cook has everyone helping him get ready for the reception. Olivia grabbed her arm. My God, Peg, I swear a small army of guests crawled out of the woodwork. How in hell can everyone drop whatever they're doing to come to a wedding on only a week's notice? She leaned closer. I think several of the people Mac's father invited are royalty, she whispered. And I heard one of them address Titus as Your Royal Highness. Her hand on Peg's arm tightened. Will you please tell me what in hell I'm doing? Peg wrapped an arm around Olivia and started toward the small cottage nestled in the woods a short distance from the main lodge. What you're doing is marrying Mac, who I happen to know loves you to pieces. She gave her friend a squeeze. This will all be over tonight, Olivia. Your small army of guests will crawl back into the woodwork, and tomorrow morning you're going to wake up the happiest woman on the planet. All you need to remember is that you're not marrying Mac's father or his royal friends. You're marrying the man of your dreams. Olivia stopped walking. But you know everyone in town is going to think I'm only marrying Mac because he's rich, especially when word gets out that he purchased most of the timberland surrounding Bottomless. And when they find out we're building a huge resort that will turn Spellbound Falls into a world-class tourist destination, all hell's gonna break loose. Which is exactly what this forgotten town needs, Peg said, starting them walking again. Not only is Mac a genius, but his timing's not bad either, since that freaky earthquake turned Bottomless into an inland sea. Hell, I actually own oceanfront property now because those shifting mountains cut an honest-to-God fjord.